Welcome back here on the Fox 9 Buzz. About 9:45, the sun is shining. It's going to be a great weekend, and it's time to jazz up your summer wardrobe. But this morning it's all about accessories, so you don't have to go out and buy a whole new wardrobe. You just buy a couple little things, and it'll really give it that new look. Yes. Carly Gatzlaff from A La Mode Wardrobe is here. I like this idea because sometimes it's daunting to think that you've got to go and buy all this new stuff.
Yes.
But these are little things.
And kind of, as you said, styles really haven't changed all that much for summer. We're seeing some longer lengths in some dresses and skirts, but other than that, things are pretty much the same this summer as they were last.
Okay, we like that.
So I like it with the accessories.
So let's start with the shoes.
Yes, so the first thing I wanted to talk about, huge trend for summer, which is very different than what we've seen in the past, is a block heel.
Okay.
So what makes this so different, we're used to seeing more of a tapered heel, so something that kind of comes in and tapers down, or a stiletto. So this is completely different than what we've seen, but it's everywhere. So my kind of tips to people when they're buying these, buy them now. Try to avoid the pumps when you start. You're going to see this in the fall. A pump with it is kind of heavy and blocky and not as nice.
Yeah.
But in the sandals, they're beautiful. They're great with skirts and dresses. And what most of my clients love so much about these, we're getting back to some comfort.
They're way more comfortable, yeah.
You've got a big, legitimate heel on this. So kind of the higher heel you go, I really am still telling my clients, you want some taper. If you're going anything like 3-inch wise, you want a taper.
Because otherwise it's just a big old block.
It's too block.
Yeah.
But kind of that 2-inch or under, try it. They're super cute, great way to update kind of your dresses. And the other big thing we're seeing in shoes is this lace-up style. So people either love or hate this. I love her. But these are just a great flat from Ann Taylor. Again, it kind of laces up the leg.
How far does it go? Like your calf?
So with this one with a flat, I would keep it a little bit lower towards the ankle. But I mean, we're seeing the sandals that can go like almost up to your knee.
So you can kind of make it look like two different shoes too.
Absolutely. So it's a lot of fun. It's kind of a fun take on a sandal look, but a little bit lighter for summer.
Yeah, you got to try that one out. I've been eyeing that. I haven't done it quite yet, but maybe we'll try it now.
They're fun. They're fun.
Hats.
Yes.
I love this.
This one I kind of brought as this is an oldie but a goodie. This is more of a classic fedora. So it's kind of a shorter bill. For men and women, it's kind of been the hat we've seen a lot the last few summers. For women also, though, we've been seeing a lot of the big floppy hats.
Yep.
So what this season I'm really showing clients is more of what I call the Panama hat. And the difference with these, it kind of is that in-between bill. So it's not super floppy, but it's also not as small as the fedora once was.
A mix of the two?
Yeah, exactly. Both of these two are from Target. I picked up this one at Old Navy. So there's tons of great, reasonable options. A hat is somewhere, if you love hats, invest. But it's going to get crushed on your plane ride. I mean, it's not something I'd tell you to go all out on.
Sure.
But for like around the boat, to toss on an outfit, or for the casual weekend, you don't want to do your hair, it's a great thing to do.
We've got bags also.
Yes,
obviously.
We have bags also.
Cool
the thing I wanted to talk about this season, so crossbodies have been big. We've been seeing them. But the things kind of changed with them. They've gotten a lot smaller this season and a lot more casual.
Okay.
So in general, again, a crossbody is just something you're just going to whip it around and go. So we're seeing a lot. That kind of brings me into the next point too, with fringe detail.
The fringe is in
everywhere.
This is Keith's favorite. Keith loves the fringe.
I love fringe.
Perfect.
Loves
Perfect.
The fringe.
Well, this is your summer, Keith. We'll get you a good fringe jacket or something. But yes, we're seeing it fringe on everything: jackets, tops, handbags. But the thing is, again, on a handbag, it's not going to be quite as expensive. Again, something like this is from Old Navy, so it's not a leather, but it has kind of this great fringe detail. But it's nice and light, so you can just kind of toss it on and go. This is from Anthropologie. It's just kind of like an everyday clutch. So this is something that's great for a night out, but again, it's just kind of got
that's cool.
that fringe detail.
Last but not least, brooch.
Yes,
the brooches are coming back.
This
is interesting.
So what I'm kind of telling clients, don't just do one on your lapel of your jacket. I think that's still a little bit dated of a look. But if you want to try something easy, toss one on a handbag, like just your everyday bag. Toss on something fun. Or we want to layer them together. So I know this kind of seems like a large hodgepodge, but if you want to try it on your jacket, try it on the top. I do at least 2 to 3, kind of layering the look. They do not have to match together. It's a really fun take on brooches. And a lot of people have those kind of timeless pieces from relatives and things that they have. So it's a really fun thing to try.
Carly, cool. Great stuff this morning.
Thank you.
For more, advice, of course, fashion advice, you can go to alamodewc.com. Carly, thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. Great
Back over to the couch, guys.